To the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody, both of you. Alrighty, tonight on the agenda for our budgeting purposes, whatnot, is to discuss capital projects. And I think, Tom, you have some. Let's start with what we have here. I think, Scott, as far as the fire department goes, you have, these are 26 proposals. You want to just take a run through that first?
Yeah, so the fire department staff got together and looking at the long-term things that are that will pop up through the CIP from the fire department. I'll just talk about the apparatus. We have the 1.7 million as the initial cost of that. Well, 1 million of that is for the new fire truck that's coming in 2027. How the city council wants to fund that is up to whether, up to you, but I figured it should be in there. The other 700,000 is talking about tender 3. That is a 96. That new tenders are approximately $500,000. That's part of that. Grass 1, which we just need to change the chassis, and on state bid currently it's about 75,000. Grass 1 is a 2000, so it's 25 years old already. And so those are the two. Those are the added in things, along with the Chief 2 vehicle, which is starting to wear out. We believe that the rescue, we believe we can get that in the same, either find a used actual rescue unit or just go with the current status. And we're all projecting just the next 5 years, looking at what the costs are. We probably will make it through with Allen. Grass 1, probably, towards the end of a couple of years, we'll probably have to replace Grass 1. The tender, we've got that in as a grant request, but currently it's about 500,000 for a new tender. New tender that is also like a base engine tender, so 2-person, so it can classify as an engine helper ISO. So that's in that request, in that forecast. SCBA, so we got about 4 years left on our SCBA's before, according to NFPA, they are out of service per se, and our warranty would be off of it. So once the warranty's off, getting 30 new packs, or 60 new bottles, approximately $200,000, and that's, you can see I don't have inflationary pressures placed in there that I haven't gotten. I wasn't sure if we were doing the 4%, but I just wanted to at least give that cost, and then you can see inflationary pressure.
So the way you've got it here at 40 a year to 2030, we're gonna make it till 2030. I'm sorry, how many years are left on?
4 years. 4 years. So
Pretty close.
Right now it's 200,000. It's gonna be, it'll be a while, but it's within a 5 year. It's not budgeted for next year, but it is.
I know, are they all gonna come off at the very same time?
Well, yeah. When you replace SCBA's, you gotta take them all, you have to replace the whole kit and caboodle because they have to stay standardized.
No, I understand that, but I mean.
Oh, yeah.
But so all of the tanks, all of the stuff is gonna come.
Yep, they'll all be out of the warranty, and we cannot go for grants to replace them. NFPA or the federal government grants, until they are off of warranty. Otherwise, they will not even look at giving you a grant. They're in that range of 12 to 15 years old. So. The PPE, I got 175,000. we've been replacing them every, like 3, 4 a year, but the big group that we bought at, like in 2021, they're gonna be at their 10-year, and that 10 years is OSHA and NFPA that they're
I'm just
gonna go.
thinking how fast time is flying.
Oh, I know.
It's amazing.
Yep. Again, and I have my own, we have not adopted as a city NFPA. We we follow the, what the recommendations are, but we have not adopted it, and we should, my recommendation is not to formally adopt it, because then we're kind of stuck into that. And quite frankly, fire, turnout gear does not get used as much, especially the second set of gear they want you to have both sets of gear under 10 years, not financially feasible. So we have, our second set is older gear, and there's departments out there that their first set is over 10 years old. So it's just, be aware that that's it, and we've been replacing it, and the State Fire Department Association normally will fund a couple sets of turnouts every year, so hopefully it will be a non-factor, but this is part of that budget, understanding that budget. Rescue tools, they are going to need a new set of extrication tools, the battery operated. Our second set, so we have our first set is the battery operated, the second set, the backup set is all hydraulic yet, and is, it's getting older, and, that kind of thing. Looking at in the next 5 years, probably replacing that set. And fire hose, we're pretty good on that, but just to know that, that's all that we came up with. The only other thing is that I would say, and it's not for the current fire chief, but when the current fire chief leaves, the next fire chief, there is going to be a salary bump that you guys likely double of what the current fire chief makes. Currently is 24,000, I would say.
For budgeting purposes, what you have here is total capital projects here, 726. That's what you're estimating that we would need to levy in all of those years to
Right.
get ourselves up to speed.
Up-
And that does or does not take into account the 1,000,007. The million is the fire truck we already have now, correct?
That is in the count, the million.
In this. So if we bond for that,
The bond for that.
We'll have to.
so that's 726 in the first year, and 26 then could be less.
So, yeah, so sans the taking out, it would be the 140 instead of the 640, you take out $1 million. So sans the increase in salary for the next fire chief. The cost, my estimated cost, including the $1 million for the fire truck, was $2.13 million over the 5-year span, all, divided up. And that, that comes out to be just approximately over, on average, a little over 400,000 a year for the next 5 years. Yeah, 2.13. Again, these are all estimates of what the costs of those equipment would be going over the next few years.
I don't know, any other questions or discussions? I don't think those are unreal numbers, I really don't. So, all right, I think we can use that number for budgeting, 426,000 a year for the next 5 years.
Approximately. the, the fire truck, because that is a delivery date of July of 27, or 28, excuse me, July of 28. You know, that's on a little shorter time frame. The other ones are, you know,
Well, and that could be earlier. I mean,
could be earlier,
could be a little earlier.
yeah.
Okay. And then this is a more broken down list, if you will, whatnot of what your.
Well, when is that one?
This one here
Oh, that's from Liz.
is Capital Project Fire Fund. Does that reconcile with what you thought as well? Your numbers don't look nearly as big as yours.
Oh, that is, when we initially said it, that is, you know, in the realm of what we were doing, because we figured out, you know, she had the engine of what we doing, the grass rig, the tenor, and the command vehicle, and, just replacements of those, so. But she had it going out to 2030 something. So it was, mine, yeah, 32, so,
Yours is an accelerated version of that.
yeah, based on the next 5 years kind of thing, and the only things that are in mine are what would be involved in the next 5 years. She has the SCBA as a budgeting item, 5 sets per year, but that's not the way you buy SCBA. The reality is you buy it all at once, so.
Well, to take dollars earlier to start to hedge for that
Right.
is, I think, what she's planning on.
And that's what, and I agree, yeah, it's a good way to do it, so.
Started here is also very good. So I think if we're gonna have, well, hence why you got in 2028, it drops down to the 140, which is more realistic for what you're talking about. I'm trying to.
Yep. Yeah, it drops significantly once that fire engine's off the thing, and none of the other, you know, other than the tender, which is about $500,000, there isn't any big purchases in the next 5 years of those type of rigs, and again, this is only a possibility, doesn't mean that our rigs won't last longer. We're gonna try and make them last longer, and
Hence the 500,000 in 26, 27 is what you're saying for that new truck.
yeah.
Okay. And I think, when we think about that, I think we probably shouldn't think, gentlemen, check me if I'm wrong. But if we're gonna bond for that, all of that's gonna happen when we bond for it. Right? So we know that that's gonna happen. I don't know that it would be the right thing to garnish $500,000 from the taxpayers early, twice, to have the cash to pay for it, rather than, some people may live here, some people may move away, you know what I mean? If we bond for it for what it is, then the people that live here are gonna be the ones that are paying for the bond on it.
Yeah, I think,
That's the justification to
I
me
think-
for bonding stuff.
I think we should bond for it, cause it's like, how much we owe, is it 900,000, 920?
About 900 and something right now.
Yeah,
Paid down on it.
I think I would agree with you, Mayor.
And I would agree entirely that, I just wanted to make sure you had.
I'm saying in with your scenario here, it reduces it by $1 million in 2 years. So I think we have to take that into account.
Yep, yeah,
And there will be costs, so 920,000 is probably gonna be $5,000 in costs in doing all the bonds. Of course, there will be interest on the other end of all
Right.
that as well. However, I think we're gonna be better off.
Well, and then we also have the thought, think about that tender, and if we're gonna bond for the engine, maybe we should just bond for the tender and buy the tender at the same time.
Close to that date, we'll know what those numbers look like as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fire, are we good on the fire? Are we golden on that?
I'm good with if, everybody
Rush?
else is good with those.
Get on the roads and take away.
Well, Hawkins and Anderson put this together. I don't know if you guys have this. They put, a 5-year capital road improvement plan, option 1 and option 2. So, I mean, it looks, good there. You know, we got, 100 Street and 297, so we all know where we're at with that. What he's got budgeted here in option 1. And then we talked about doing 305th, the last mile right out here. And then doing, 303rd is right outside the town hall here. But he also has, Elk Lake, County Road 9 to 87, and I know 136 north of 42 is bad, so I didn't know where you guys wanted to, if you wanted to stick with this plan for the roads, or you wanna mix them right there. And he's also got the micro surfacing treatment. 210, I mean, we can start off, cause, depending on how many miles of roads you want to do with the micro surfacing and how many due to our PCI rating that Ally did 2 years ago. Micro surfacing is probably around $50,000 a mile. So I think that's good. And then, signing. Al, do you know what signing is? That just the signs? Signing. I didn't know what he meant by, should have asked him.
On this,
On this-
Yeah, it's probably just signs.
Signs.
20,000.
Yeah,
or replacing the signs, we,
yeah.
So do we have a highlight of what the difference between option 1 and option 2 are?
I did not, just know it's like $1 million more. What he's got on there, I can spot it. Looks like the 100th, I think it's more of the,
Well, you have reconstruct versus
Yeah.
reclaim and pave, that's the difference, okay.
yep,
And they can get more roads done if we do the reclaim and pave, excuse me.
yep,
It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reconstructs on this one, but only 8 on this one, but then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 So they can do more roads if we do option 2, which is about another million.
yep. And then the micro surfacing will depend on how many miles of roads you want to do that we can, because some of these developments are too far gone. That won't work on it. If you're too alligatored out or too old.
off.
So it looks like the microsurf and the signing on both options are exactly the same.
Yeah,
Which
it's the
we're going
reclaim.
to get, with option 2, we get 3 more roads done by 2031.
yeah. So I thought he put this nicely together. I know Liz had something together too on hers.
Is there one for roads in here as well?
Yeah, I think she had it, but I didn't know if you got, what you guys wanted to do, option 1 or option 2, and what, and then if you liked those roads, or did you want to see other roads?
Here's roads. Well, this is gonna be. We're gonna have to, I'm not sure off the top of my head here, which, if any, of these roads are 305th from County Road 45 to 136th Street. We have 305th that goes from 136th Street over to County Road 1. So reclaim and overlay, or reclaim and pave is what you project down on, it says $820,000. We're gonna need to find out from them if, that. Million and a half. So, if that is going to then, become a collector street, which I believe it is, then that is also gonna be MSA funding as well. And so we need to find out, if that truly is. Because we did 305th a year ago from 136 to County Road 1.
Yep.
And we widened it, and we did all of that, and we added that project, anyway, brought it up to standards, and we didn't do the other half of that, because that was the last one, is townships and all these kind of things, whatever. That being said, now, this million and a half, we need to find out if that can come from MSA. So that's my question, if it's MSA, you know what I mean, then this is funding that we don't have to necessarily.
It's the same price on both options.
Correct. Well, I'm talking just budgeting, you know what I mean? We know that expenditure is gonna happen, but if we can tie it to MSA dollars, then it's not money we have to let tax people. So I need to find out if that can,
And the MSA money, correct me if I'm wrong, Joan, isn't it 75-25?
Yes.
for repairs, yes, correct.
Yeah, so 25% goes for this preventative maintenance, sort of say, and then the other 75% goes for the.
For the actual road, yes. And so in this case, we also need to find out what's gonna happen, and because we're just getting going on this with 100th Street and 297. Move forward with that project, whatever. Now, to me, unless we wanna go crazy with our expenditures, levy like mad, we are gonna wind up using that MSA money for a few years to pay down the debt on that project before we're gonna start another big MSA project.
Yes.
Right, so, I mean, to think about that, I would think at, $4 million, we're gonna spread that over at least 10 years. So we're gonna be 6 years or so before we're gonna hit another MSA project. So I think that we need to have a conversation, I guess, as road guys, have a conversation with Shane and Sam to find out what does that do to this number that they got here. Do that, I mean, if we're not in a place capable, first of all, MSA roads are gonna get done with MSA dollars, or they're really not gonna get done at all. Agreed? I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, that's what we did all this for.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, if they need patching and some maintenance and that kind of thing. So, if that's the case, then, you know what I mean, 2029, a reconstruct of 305th. Know what's coming in the budget as a capital project, but we also then would know that we're not necessarily gonna have to go tax the people for it. So where does that fit? I think there's several of those in here that are.
So find out which ones are MSA.
And like Elk Lake Road, if you will, County Road 87 to County Road 9, that's gonna be another one. I don't know about $1.6 million, but there it is.
And a question on 96th Street, is that a share, we have to share that cost, or is that
Which one?
96.
96 with Spencerbrook?
Correct. Yes. So, and if we do that, and they are willing to work with us, we've had this conversation in the past.
Yep.
Which, if that gets to right up to the date of doing it, and they say no because they can't make up their mind, then we wind up moving from that one as well.
Probably contact them, at least get it in their minds.
Yeah.
Correct. But that said, the numbers don't look.
I thought they did a nice job on this. Okay, so find out which ones are MSA. Find out about, Spencer Brook. They both got them 2031, is that when they got them? 290, is 96 on here? I don't see it on option 2. Am I missing something?
Let's see it on the map.
So he doesn't have that one on option 2.
It's not on the list.
It's not on the list for option 2.
It's not on option 2.
Well, maybe he sands that one, if you will, whatnot. Yeah, we need a little bit more.
All right, I'll talk to him.
Information.
The other stuff.
Well, like I said, option 2, if they can do reclaim and pay, I think they switched to the reclaim and pave because we can get more projects done. That's kind of why they did that.
As well.
Okay.
So I think, before we can dive in to say that 18 million is the right number, I think we need to have more clarification on that, see which ones are on that, because of MSI ones we're gonna do them all, but next thing you know, we're $20 million in debt.
Okay.
Okay, now are there any other things like park structures and things like that?
Yeah, for parks, we got we're getting quotes on the parking lots right now. They're supposed to be due, tomorrow or Friday? But yeah, anyway, so we got parking lots at Goose Lake and Young Park expansion. The only other thing I can see at the parks is, the trails that we're gonna do, refurbish them, cause we're not gonna go with the DNR. And, this is this Tom Bellick, a little league field behind the existing one,
Say what?
a little league field. The other one costs 90 grand.
Well, Twins got rid of all their players. Maybe we can get some more money from them since they don't have big salaries.
Big salaries to pay them, right?
So if you're, if you're looking for numbers over 5 years, I would probably say 20,000. Parks is right now has got 105,000 in there.
Yeah, and the lots that you're getting quotes on though, that's something that we wanna move forward with. I don't know if we'll get it this year.
The parking lots?
For the lots, yeah.
Yeah, we should have them by, I'm hoping to put it on the 18th meeting.
Oh, so still this year yet.
Yeah,
So when we talk about that, that'll then be done. That won't necessarily be
Yeah.
something that's on 26.
but I know the,
'Cause
doing the,
26 to the next. 20,000 a year for the next 5 years, or 50,000 for the next 5 years?
yeah, we might want to increase it. Just so the trails.
Because if you're talking about the ball field, even the little league field, whatever, that'll wind up being 50, 60,000. You're gonna try and do that in 26 or 27, or?
I'll spread it out. No, I would probably, that's a 2027 project at the earliest.
I bet you if you did 50 for at least the next 2 years, that's something that you could do. Okay, so. All right, and at, budgeting items like desk, chairs, carpets. We're gonna
Well-
necessarily do anything in here.
Yeah.
The infrastructure committee is gonna be driving a whole
Driving
lot of
that.
what happens with a lot of those kind of things at this point.
Well, and we can still
Get that out.
go to the like we did with all this, go to the surplus that the state gives away and get that pretty cheap anyway.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any.
25,000 for year 4 and 5, she is asking? Yeah.
I don't think there's anything back roofing, I mean, our building is our building.
Yeah, I don't see anything here that is,
I think, IT such as computers, software upgrades, additions to that, what kind of thing?
Kinda did all that.
I think go ahead, John.
Joan's gonna need new computers.
I think that in the near future, we should look at
The what?
laserfish for electronic storage. It seems like a lot of cities and townships are looking at electronic storage.
All I want is that whatever we do for storage, we don't have like the city of St. Paul where there was a ransomware attack a couple weeks ago. Caveat with talking to our IT person and
Okay, and, let's see here, mobile equipment, anything else? Mobile equipment, mowers, plows, we got a new plow truck coming, that's gonna be here sometime this year, we think?
I thought it was gonna be after the fire truck.
Yeah, that was a joke last night. So I know the Simplicity lawnmower that they have is 20 years old. It's kinda they're kinda jerry-rigging, so we're probably need a new.
That's a zero turn, right?
Yep, the zero turn. That's the only thing, cause I mean, that John Deere has been pretty reliable.
Really reliable.
But the Simplicity, I know they've been having issues with. It's 20 years old. So you can count that in. For plows, here we got the 2012 New York truck. We got the other ones are 2016 and 2021 for the plows. Front end loaders, you got the 2003 and the 2008. Then the other thing you probably want to replace, and we just dump some money into it, is your 2008 Ford half-ton out there. We already got a newer one, so I think we're good there. So those are the only.
First problem is it starts with an F.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. So,
I haven't had any problems with our Fords. I don't know why you guys do.
so,
It, what, the one that's coming, what's
Yeah.
left on that? That's 100.
I'm not sure offhand.
I think it was about that, yeah.
He says he's gonna start putting it, he's gonna start building in, November, but I'm gonna tell him we want it ready by, December 1st.
So you got a mower, you got a truck, and do we really want to replace that Ford? I mean, you put money into it now.
Well, yeah.
Hang on, we put money into it now, whatever, it should be good to go.
I would probably say within the 5 years, yeah. Like the 5th year, cause I mean, it's a 2008.
What is it? F
550.
550? So, yeah, we can get that on the state bid and they aren't. That's
Yeah, I'm looking at used after what I've gone through with the plow truck.
550s on the state bid are about $75,000.
Yeah,
And that's new. You have to outfit it, you're gonna put another $20,000.
Can you just pull that one off and put it as a dump box? Can you just put it on the
I think
chassis?
the frames are different.
Probably be adapted to fit.
That's what we do with the fire, with the grass rigs, so just slide in, so we just,
That's just hydraulics and all that stuff.
My question, Mr. Mayor, is how much money did we have in the, before they moved that into the general fund? Because we had some money there,
Some capital, yeah, exactly.
you know, so I was just,
Joan, you're gonna know that.
Saying that email today about Banyan funds, so
Okay.
once that gets done, then that'll be,
And we'll know what that was. Because, yeah, we were putting money into that every year. 50,000. Well,
yeah, or more.
60,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so I think we're gonna be okay with the truck that's coming in, that's at $1.09, I think so, but for capital project, for the equipment you wanna do, I think you're gonna wanna replace that Ford truck, whatever, that's gonna be
Simplicity lawnmower.
120K. And I figure a zero-turn lawnmower at 15,000. You know what I mean, that's gonna be way more, but there it is. So what we're looking at, well, yet in 25 is the 109, but in 26, 27 or so, whatever. 120, 140, 150,000. So if we say that's by 27, then for 2 years, that reduced by some of the dollars we have in our capital equipment fund that we already have
Yeah.
now. So. 30,000, 35,000, which is what we were funding. If we say 35,000.
first year, there's
Well, actually, the 109 is gonna come up this year.
2026.
So,
Or, well,
yeah.
it's
Well, if
close.
you take delivery in November, yeah, then it'll come this year.
Then you said 150,000 the next 2 years, right?
Correct, because I figured 120 for the, new plow truck, replace that Ford and some other things, whatever. 15 for a lawnmower, that's 135, so I just said 150. Other things along the way. And again, we won't have the, that solidified until we also get our
Banyan.
business to find out what was in that. Capital fund, yes. Okay. Capital items, related to Frontier Trails. Got a call today, just knowing, just FYI, at Frontier Trails, whatever. One of the sand filters blew up and it's spraying all over the place, so. Gonna have to get the sand director out there to give us a number quick. Well, first of all, patch it, keep it from spraying. So that's gonna be what it's gonna be. And then, as far as Frontier Trails goes, we're talking about, with NSU, and we're working on trying to get that contract through our attorneys and through them, whatever, to make it legitimate, if you will, whatever. I think that's rather quickly. And Frontier Trails as a whole, I think, I don't know if Liz did anything on Frontier Trails.
Is there a budget for it?
it's on the back page of her deal here. This thing.
$127,000.
Yep, that's what it comes into.
127,446. So. Let's see what that.
That 59%, that's what we spent so far of 2025 budget, right?
Yes. I'm assuming that 127 is the 4% inflationary pressure.
From the 120, 243? This, Jay, can I ask you, Mr. Mayor, for the maintenance guys, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Now with NSU, you two were at the meeting. So maintenance is doing the concrete blankets, the mowing, stuff like
The plowing.
plowing the snow. And then the micro C, we're still doing here. We're supplying NSU with that, cause we're
Supplies,
getting
yeah.
that. And then and then Marks is doing the pumping still, the cleaning of the system. And then for any, repairs, like on the pumps, or like what you just said, that would be NSU and Steinbecker doing that stuff, right?
For all intents and purposes, yes.
Okay. So the maintenance guys are just doing basically the maintenance. Okay.
Mowing and.
And then being on there if they need something like, to consult or something, and if they had any issues in the past, or Zach or Phil did, or something like
Yeah,
that.
that would mainly only be in the very beginning, just
Yeah.
NSU, Troy, whatever, up to speed,
Okay,
you know, and then, I think they're familiar with the system anyway. One thing that I'm looking at here,
I had the one question too, is about halfway down on that page about the principal, and should it be 55911? That,
that's a question mark.
cause it's got a 4% kicker in there, it probably is not the 4% kicker, it probably should be the 5911, which would drop that budget down a little bit.
yeah, cause, yep, so that's 25. That's already happening, so 52,9, principal on that, whatever, that's gonna be the loan, that's gonna be this is the whole budget. Did she not split that out? Principal, I'm confused why she has that in there. That this is the entire budget, this is not the operating budget. Because the reconstruction of that was bonded and assessed, so that principal, whatnot, that should be a special assessment.
Yeah, it's the entire budget, but I mean, you certainly can pull that number out of there for that anyway.
In 2027, that'll be paid off, paid in full, and done and gone.
No,
That 127,446.
That is the 2026 proposed budget.
yeah, but that includes the principal in there, so.
So we're saying it costs $127,000.
No, it's including the principal of the payment for the bond.
So
Yeah.
what is the actual operating?
I think that's what he's looking at.
You would, she did the whole budget, so if we take the principal and interest off of that. I'm assuming if you take the principal and interest off of that, the rest is the operating budget.
So 50,911, another 13,1681, 1,360. So that is going to be in the $1,316. 7 is roughly 533 in interest and 36,000. So, in 2026, the budget, the principal that's gonna need to be paid is 50,911.20 plus 13 and 16. That is gonna come from assessments on the property taxes. So, if we do that 50,000 here, that comes off of that. It's needed to pay, but it's not the operating part of this budget.
So the 2025 budget to 2026 budget is a 6% increase.
Okay.
Oh, correct. And we are at $71,050 today. Now, I'm not sure if that takes into.
That includes the principal
That includes
payment. That does include the principal payment, so.
Correct. And that 5911, you know, it's got 52,781, I think that's what the $1,300.
Do we know what the new monthly charges are gonna be for the homeowners?
The rate,
Yeah,
actually the rate,
yeah.
well, we're trying to figure that out.
Okay.
That's part of what this is gonna be. And we might not know exactly what that's gonna be because, well, for a few things, whatever. For one, we only have a back track record to go by, but I think that, in preliminary talks, we had talked, I think, 179. Was gonna be the increase. And from what we had seen so far, remember, we gotta take that principal out. That was enough to cover what we thought.
If you take the principal and interest out of this operating budget, the budget is 68,794.92
Twenty-six.
for 2026. 68,794.92, and that's taking the principal and the interest that she has listed on that total budget.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
and that's starting in January.
Correct. So.
So, yeah, so year to date so far, 71,000.
And
far.
I'm also looking at, if you go farther down this list here, we've got, planning and zoning, that was 36,000 in 2025. Another 3,000, that's what we did. But she's got it on here as 37,000 for 2026 as well. So I don't know what planning and zoning. Need more definition on that too.
Went more to,
Excuse me. Thank you.
that was more towards the salary for testing. And
It's just in
the
a,
last meeting.
yeah, it just put in the wrong,
Okay, so this is not planning and zoning, it's.
it's salaries,
That,
So Mike
that
went-
account is gone.
yeah. That just gets moved up to salaries. It's still the same budget, it's just moved to salaries.
Some of this, like SCBA's, physical and all that kind of thing, whatever, we won't necessarily need to be doing that because our people won't be doing that.
Yeah, that's why she's got 0 for it.
Correct. Good.
Just a quick question. So all the zeroed out accounts in Frontier Trails, are those accounts disappearing? Is that what I'm understanding then? Zero budget accounts?
Cause like engineering fees, you won't be having any more.
Well, that's my question.
Yeah.
Are those accounts all going away, so it'll be a smaller line item budgets?
Yes.
Okay. Just a clarification to understand it. So that, so it looks like it's gonna drop down to about 20 items versus as many I got on here. Okay.
Utilities will stay the same, gas utilities.
Then I notice, maybe, Joe, maybe I'm wrong here, accounting and auditing fees, that was at zero? Kinda like towards the bottom there. Are we doing anything, besides you doing stuff with, whoops, sorry, with accounting?
So that would be more if Ellers got
Yeah.
involved in anything in the future.
I don't see any reason we do anything with it again.
There will be a piece of our audit every year that will be attributed to the Frontier Trails Fund.
I don't think it'll be much.
No, I mean our yearly audit.
Yeah, we have to do our yearly audit. I don't think it should be much.
Okay.
A township, actually. I think we're realistic on that. Any other questions?
Ma'am, do you have any other questions on Frontier Trails?
Nope, I think that's good.
Okay,
Thank you.
yep.
And then the rest of Liz's list, Blue Hill Small Fire Cap Fund, whatever, is what it is, right?
Well, that one should be no,
That's on the next page back.
Yeah. so our revenue from Blue Hill is gonna be 50,000 next year. Does that? I don't know that we need the kicker on that one, the 6% kicker on that one. I don't.
It's based off the formula, and how many calls are you guys, because a lot of the calls are Baldwin, majority of them, right?
Right, but understanding the budget for 26 is based on the calls from 24.
It's always 2 years, kind of.
Right. So we get done with 25, we're gonna have that meeting in February, and then the budget for 27 is gonna be the calls from 25.
Yep,
So the budget that we are gonna get money from Blue Hill, the revenue part of that is gonna be $50,000.
yep.
I
But what I'm saying, you're up in call volume this year, but a lot of it's Baldwin, not so much Blue Hill.
Right, right, yeah, Blue Hill hasn't really significantly gone up, Baldwin has, so.
Thank you.
So that was my question, should that actually be just 50,000, or should it be that inflationary number?
I think it should be 50,000. I think she just probably just tacked on, like you said.
And she just clicked in the 6%, then it's not 6%. But again, this is a budgeting, this is an expense part, not a revenue part.
Correct.
So,
There's probably gonna be that. Let's plan for that, and we shot big.
okay, just leave it as it is, okay, all right.
When we're done with this whole list here, would that be amounts that I can put into Banyan?
We're gonna need to do that to see what the entire budget looks like.
Yep,
You know what I mean? All of the numbers for all of the items, all of the funds, all of everything. Then we're gonna need to take a look at that again and say, oh, okay,
well,
do we really wanna jack it?
Yeah, that's our,
35%.
that's our truth in taxation, where we, then we, adjust it for what we can actually.
What's truth and what,
What we submit to the county as a preliminary on September 30th. You can go down from that in December, but you can't.
Right, so we'd rather stay a little high in September and then we can adjust it down, we just can't adjust it up, so.
Proposed on the expenses and companion.
Yeah, I would say so.
Well, the one question, so we had the total fire, I had a question on the fire fund, so we had the total fire fund and what it went to. The question I had was that, where is that 25,000 in special revenue? Because that now goes into the fire fund and comes out of the fire fund, and where is that shown on here?
So that's on, that has its own line item.
Yeah, where is that line item? I missed it then. Yeah, I got a public safety, it just got 2,000, and I'm not sure what that one's about. I don't see the,
129% increase.
So it's under fire,
You're expensive.
Yeah.
And that's 42200-124.
4220,
124, which is right here.
oh, there it is, okay, I was just wondering where it was realized, okay. All right, so that's in that. Well, it's, unfortunately, with the call volume and the wages just went crazy with all the calls we've had. So, it's a direct effect on it. Yeah, I'm expensive, it's 129% of, budget of what done, well, that's on the training. The 129% you saw, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on the training, because we had a lot of people go to training this year.
Actually, I'm looking at,
Yeah, you changed it.
Yeah, we're only at 51% of our budget on, we're doing good otherwise, except for the training. Oh, fire station?
Fire station, yeah.
I don't know if we need
To the satellite station, whatnot for training. Cause I mean, geez, then they could make a mad dash from here over to the training. They call themselves on and get it all set up.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have somebody use Tom's new ladder truck here on whatever. So,
Yeah,
You know what I mean, I can see that.
well, this side note,
They're gonna bring it out for the dance, by the way.
the side note, a week from Saturday, we're having a house burn and, we'll.
August
have the
23rd.
ladder There, so.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
Where is that house?
Yeah, I would like to
So that is on the east side of Elk Lake. So if you go off 136, it's about,
Or is it?
no, it's about 287th, and then you head east a little bit. It's just north of Norwell Estates. Yeah, it's just north of Norwell Estates. Well, you can put a pontoon on a little pond behind there and watch it, but, it's just north of Norwell Estates, so. And, the Fire Inc. Chip Miller is running it, but that's just a side note. So I welcome everybody to come and watch from the, sidelines, see your fire department training. And remember, it is training, so it doesn't always go smoothly, so.
That's at 3 o'clock, right?
There's at 11, I think.
No, it starts right away in the morning.
8 in the morning.
Yeah, there'll be,
The house will be burned down by 3 PM, I
Yeah.
think. 3 PM, maybe that's what you're
Yeah, that's
thinking.
what, yeah. The house fire would
It's as old
start
as
at 3.
cantankerous as it probably.
well, it's gonna be burning all day.
Oof,
But the big burn is at the end of the day. They're gonna try and get like 16 to 18 burns out of that. That's what they think they can get out of that house, so. It's a nice house for that, so. That's their estimation, but you never know, everything works until you start to light a match to it, and then you'll see what happens.
And I'm disappointed, that's on that day because, Father Anderson invited us to he said the fire too, I know, same
Well,
day.
we're
2
not
to
gonna,
4.
yeah, we're gonna be at that, so he'll just have to move his service, his open house to a different day. That's all right, he's gonna have enough of the good Catholics over there, so.
Anything else you need to?
No, I think that is the capital projects. These are the line items we're talking about.
Are we, yeah, I was gonna say, are we comfortable with those line items, cause as the way Liz put them in there.
I think we ought to take a look at it. Quick run through them. Okay, here we go with celebrate the, okay, never mind. Everybody's satisfied with the quote council wages as they are, right?
Yeah, I think it should go up.
Well, one thing I'm just gonna say as we're budgeting here and we're thinking about this, whatever, I mean, I've got, Joe and I don't even have them all on the calendar. There's another one we gotta go to the county for, there's 2 of them we're
Yeah.
going to the county for here. And that takes my time off every day. And there's been a couple of things that I've had to run here for and do whatever. I don't mind some of that. That's what we get our $100 a month stipend or salary. There's times when it'll take my whole day.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it will hijack my time.
Totally agree with you.
You know what I mean? And so, and this is, not only is this a philosophical question, it goes right in with the next fire chief's probably gonna get paid to do the job. You know what I mean? As we move forward, think about the next people that are gonna take our positions. You know what I mean? Are they gonna want to do what we're willing to do?
$5,000 a year?
Are they going to be capable of doing
Yeah.
what we do? Right, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you think about, you take somebody runs for senator they get elected, poof, well, they go to Washington, they get $175,000 a year. You know what I mean? And so, and most other cities, I'm gonna say, take our neighbor to the north and our neighbor to the south, whatnot, they have a whole bunch of staff.
And we're the staff.
We are the staff.
Yeah.
Right? We're okay with that. And I think what my question is when we think about the council, salaries, wages, and all those kind of things, or whatever, I mean, what do you suppose is gonna happen in the future? When we're not gone and they say, oh no, we're just gonna leave it up to the engineer to tell us what needs to be done. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Yeah, oh no, we're gonna have to hire a consultant to do this, that, and the other thing, whatever it is.
The philosophical part of that is, we have no control what future councils do on that fact. And whether they raise their wages and decide just to show up here and then have staff and do everything, that's going to be up to that future council. I think we as a council, and to try to save the taxpayers' money, is to do as much as we can. And is it better to make it palatable for council members to spend the day at the county and lose that versus, having a staff member getting a lot more money to go do that versus the council? However you want to think.
Yeah, because you have to burn up vacation time.
Right. Or do vacation time or.
Al went and looked at, Christie Miller's Road with Sam and Zach today.
Well, he should be long retired. Does that take up your social security or what?
Social You're not gonna believe it.
The,
I should have been out with a little cup and a sign.
and along that vein is that, the fire chief's job, just the administrative part of that and all that is going to take a lot of time being over there and that kind of thing. And fortunate, for me, I am semi-retired, so I have the time to do it. Next chief probably will not be retired. And unless you make it palatable for them to make it work for them. However you do that. Yeah, I agree with that. Should we do it, think about some sort of, figuring out a better stipend? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, because I remember when, excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
No.
Chaired the townships of associations, board members were getting 150 a meeting.
Yeah, I
150 a meeting. I know that, and we've been at 100 for a long time, but, I mean, it is a full-time job.
well, and I'm not in favor of
Money, but but it's like, it takes up, he's running a business, it's taking up
right.
your whole day.
Well, I'm not in favor of raising the monthly stipend because you do a lot of more work than maybe somebody else on this board does, or the city council does in that month. So I think the time, that individual time in there, then we can, if we go to, however you want to do it, we're at $25 an hour right now.
Yes.
We kick it either to 30 or something, and then if you want to separate those days that are different from the meetings, I think that's worthwhile to do it that way.
But too, you guys, I mean, I hardly ever see you guys claiming $25. So,
No, because meetings are easy just to do 100 and be done
yeah,
with
but
it.
I mean,
Meetings
think
are
of
hard.
all,
Let's
think
say
of all
that
the
meetings
time
are
that
hard.
you guys spend
On the phone.
on the phone and
Conference
at
calls.
meetings and on the phone, people calling you, and so that's not something I don't
ran
think
for
that
the
someone in the
position,
future is
I
gonna
got the
do.
position, I'm not complaining about the position. You know what I mean? Would we keep rocking? I'm saying, I just wanted to have a fundamental conversation here because, what we're doing here, I'm not sure that other people would do. Just saying.
I would
I'm
agree.
not- I think at 36,000, we're looking at $36,643 for all of the council wages, for everything that we're doing in 26.
Right.
26. I don't necessarily see that as a problem.
I don't either,
Other
since
than
we've
the
only,
fact that I'm just saying here, at this point in time, the $25 an hour, there's times I'll spend a whole morning on the phone, whether it's with Curry and Rupee or whatever the deal is, so I got 4 hours on one day, whatnot, well, that's my $100 a month salary. Right? Beyond that, I mean, if it keeps going, you might see, I have not charged a penny for anything. Start now, but, if it does take a day, I'm gonna either have to
Well,
or whatever, you know what I mean? That's what it's there for. That's all I wanted to
yeah,
say.
same.
But the question is, so for 26, we're all gonna be here in 26, so.
yeah, and we've only used 41% of the budget, so we haven't hit anywhere close. We're not gonna get to the 36,000 this year.
Who knows?
Well, I doubt, I know Tom keeps calling meetings, but no, I don't think we're going to, I'd be shocked if.
the 36K, it's in the budget, by God.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if we got, well, our budget for this year is 29, I still don't think we're gonna get to the 29. And I think
Haven't seen his claims yet.
yeah, well, and this year's been kind of a crazy year anyway. Hopefully next year will be a little slower on
I hope so.
the meeting. I hope.
Well, and when we think about it too, things should, quote, begin to slow down, because once we have a capital improvement plan in place for the roads, for all those kind of things, that should just kind of wash through and take care of itself when that's happening. We don't have to have the death threats over liquor licensing and special elections for all of that stuff. That should settle down.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We won't have to have that. Okay, I think, all right, I just wanted to bring that up just to say, planning commission. That's probably real, that's, all their meetings, they're meeting twice a month usually.
So yeah, we have a significant drop in that. Oh, that was because the planning and zoning got put in there and it's not supposed to be in there, okay,
Correct.
yeah, all right.
Oh, deputy clerk. Clerk and deputy clerk, Joan, you see any anomalies there?
I do not.
Okay, elections, are we gonna have any? Well,
We got school board thing, or
yeah,
school,
that's coming up here pretty quick, but that's not supposed to cost us anything. That's all on the school.
so there isn't any elections
There-
this year.
there's a Senate, isn't
But
there
that's
next year?
25, that's coming up now anyway, but yeah, that
Next
will be
year.
for that.
But in 26, we have the House and Senate, we have a Senate race in 26,
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
no.
Nothing for this year, except for this, school board, and they want to have that, everything held here. If I was reading that email correct,
Yes.
Yeah, Blue Hill and us and.
other townships and come here?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, that's what,
Wow, there's San Diego people that go to Princeton?
oh yeah,
I did not know that.
my daughter's boyfriend.
That school district is huge in area.
Wow,
Yeah,
I did not know that.
oh yeah,
Way over by Daily Waves.
yeah,
I guess, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, holy
yeah,
mackerel.
my daughter's boyfriend,
Wow.
graduated 2020, lives out there.
So they want the meeting here,
Election.
election here, all, the whole,
Yes,
for everything.
yes,
Wow.
Well, just for those areas.
Okay,
So do you know
So people
that,
that live in Princeton, they're gonna go somewhere else.
yeah, okay.
It'd be Baldwin, San Diego, and Blue Hill.
that was in the resolution that was signed in the House, and then Ken tells me about it, so they basically approved it without even.
yeah, they did. I didn't know nothing.
I heard of it as when you guys heard of it.
As we are the
Because
polling
Ben
place-
Barton left, the new superintendent took in, but
As we are the polling place, we will get. Or the dog being wagged by the tail, I should say, the other way around. Okay, so, and then the rest of the elections, whatnot, we're looking good as far as 26, correct?
I think so.
yeah.
Jonah, she's our head of election. Assessing, we've got that locked in. Other general government, building reviews.
That's where all the planning and zoning and stuff got put in there.
This is building. Building
So,
permits are in here.
so they,
Some legal, so this is kind of,
so they got moved from a different area and that's why it's still 100, that's why it's up 146%.
so this other general government and building reviews, so this would be your legal fees, you know, so if you wanted that a little bit, you know what I mean? I mean, this is where the majority of
Raise his rate. $10, I think.
building permits, but I mean, that should be something that's really not an expense to us, because
No,
we
that's-
make that
that's,
25%.
I'm gonna call that a pass-through, that's actually a revenue generator, that's not
Yeah. Well, and it may slow it down a little bit. It's been pretty crazy with those this year. I
a.
think
If
it
the
might,
clowns lower the interest rate like they should.
well, then it'll go the other way, yeah. Then I'm selling.
I do need clarification to that. We've got 3 of them in bold black there, gonna be legal fees. So we budgeted 40,025. Year-to-date, we're already at 53.6, and she's looking at 50 and 26. So where's the discrepancy there? I mean, obviously there is one.
Legal fees are quite a bit right now. And then the planning and zoning, so if he does something for the city, which isn't planning commission related,
Goes in there.
that falls more under, you know, general
Who he?
government.
Yeah, I got a question. So having the attorney at the two meetings all year, was that figured into the budget for last year, and that, maybe that's why the legal fees went up so much?
It could very well be.
So in 26, we're not planning on having the attorney here for every meeting, so that should go down. So 50,000 would be appropriate. It probably will, but I'm just,
Okay. The rest of it,
So the engineering fees are here, these are for review of plats and everything, right? That 8,000?
So that,
Cause,
they pay for that, that comes out of their escrow.
yeah,
That would be,
so where's our engineering, is that under the, does that fall under the,
so it is under roads, but depending if they do something for the township, it comes out of the general government.
they do something other than roads,
Yep, yep.
which they have.
cause our roads, our 3-year average, I would say is close to $200,000 in engineering fees right now.
that was for road projects.
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about.
yep.
Now, this is for stuff other than that.
Yeah, HR Green, they helped
Inflate the
a
number.
lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Did I tell you? Sorry, Tim Corby stopped by.
Yeah, he stopped by, gave a card. He's got a new firm.
Biggest firm around.
really?
Oh, God.
I threw mine away and I gave one to Scott.
Yeah, I got someone. I don't burn bridges, so, anyway.
Okay, now we're got IT support where he's,
The IT support,
I mean, that's gonna be about the same, right? We
um,
still got Adam, he's still doing well, all that's.
right, but
Was anything?
the question is, so, okay. Yeah, I think it'll be the same. We did the software and IT, we did a bunch of stuff here, and that's why, and upgrades, that's why we had a bigger expense on that.
Okay, now, electric utilities here now, we took that. That is total electric and utilities, right? That's everything. That's gonna be just the city hall? City hall and public works, that's it, so it's not
No, fire.
fire hall.
Fire
not
comes out of the
building,
fire.
Not anything,
Yeah, fire comes out of the fire budgets.
I thought we were, okay.
Missing our building and grounds council member.
So the question is, in the past, there's been a debate whether the electricity and the, you know, that kind of stuff on all the buildings, should that come out of the individual budgets? You know, is it maintenance facility, all that doesn't come out of maintenance, comes out of building, you know, government buildings versus the fire department cost comes out of the fire department budget. Kind of a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just a question, a philosophical question on how you equate for that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know,
that's fine, I'm just wondering, cause, you know, what is it 52? Yeah, 5624. So, and that's for these two buildings,
Right.
that was my question.
Well,
So we're gonna see another utility bill for the fire hall.
well, it might,
That, I don't necessarily have a problem with that, because it helps keep trade of which is to which. Still, electricity's gonna cost us $10,000 a year.
Yeah, well, the electricity's coming out of the fire budget, where the budget for all the electricity that maintenance uses is coming out of the building budget. That's my philosophical thing, it's that, it's pulling out of the fire operational budget versus it's not coming out of the maintenance operational budget over here. No, it's a philosophical question. Just to understand that there are some overhead costs at the fire budget that are not shown that the maintenance budget doesn't have.
Moving on.
Okay, I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay, we'll get them next meeting.
The total, public safety down there, what is that? I don't quite get that one at the bottom of this one. What's that about?
Oh, for animal control, she must have.
Yeah, that must, it's like, what,
That's what I took it as.
okay,
Makes sense, they're the identical numbers, just they're typo.
okay, all right.
They're not additional, they're the same.
Is, fire operating transfers, well, we had 15,000. Oh, that was that one, okay, that, I know what that one was, okay, got that one straight.
Okay, I think highways and streets is about the same.
Oh, this fund is moved?
Parks there?
It's moved into the Parks Fund?
So this printout was before that, we had that first budget meeting.
Okay, so that
It's
10,000,
accounted for in the parks.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec.
It's not supposed to be here.
so that 10,000 is, 10,400 is not gonna be part of that?
I think she says included in the Parks and Recs,
Right,
Under 44.
which is, Parks and Recs is way in the back there. $93,000 for that.
I was just,
For the general fund, it's 700, well, wait. Is it truly? The general fund with the road and bridge in there? We had
so your road and
700,
bridge is at 242, and that's all the general fund is all that whole, everything up to ice removal totaled up.
Yes.
So if you wanna know what was the road and bridge, that's at 242, right?
Calling it snow removal.
Yeah,
Under. At 4.
Yeah, that is relatively confusing.
because when I'm looking at general fund last, on the 2025 was 520. Right here on this sheet, and then road and bridge was 700,000, that got moved into the general fund.
No,
No,
so remember, we still have Fund 275. So that money is in there, but 25%, the reason why we got that road and bridge, that's just maintenance, so that's where that MSA money goes in for the 25%. So then we still have
street capital,
Fund 275.
yeah, with the street
which is
capital
on here, yep.
farther on.
okay, got it.
Yeah, this is like the general overhead fund, the
Yeah, I know.
I guess I don't see anything huge that jumps out at me, so, and up to the
Yeah, I
end of
think
the
snow
the total
plowing,
general fund.
snow plowing. Not gonna have a snowy season again.
No, and you only spent, so you spent 11,000 so far, and if you figure, get your motorbikes out the whole winter, right?
All right, so our cemetery fund, are we on that?
I'm looking at,
It looked like you're looking at something, so.
yeah, I am, well, cause we got, so 761, 265, that's everything.
Yep.
That includes ice and snow removal. Then if we go to Fund 275 that we still have on there. which is
268,
Yeah,
403?
268, 403.
That's basically doing,
268, 403 and 27, 404 does not make 700,000. The rest would go. Right, 2025, we levied 700,000 for road and bridge.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, we take the total street capital fund of, well, 268, actually, 268, 355, that's what we budgeted. That's not,
That's what I was trying to figure out.
yeah, where'd the rest of road and bridge go? That's what I'm trying to find. In these sheets here, where'd it go?
was,
I know for all the years that I've been doing this,
It's,
$120,000 out of our maintenance, out of our road and bridge, covered salt, and sand, fuel, and wages, and repairs, and all of that whatnot for plowing, for doing the snow removal. 120K going into the winter, whatever, we were golden that we were not gonna.
that's why it's confusing, because I don't know how much money is in the, you know, you have your capital
First of all, we
fund
have that.
fire,
Yep,
and then we're missing the capital maintenance, and then the road and bridge. This is all, it's hard to,
So I see what you're saying, this plus this. Plus what's in Fund 275 should probably equal that.
yes.
I'll ask.
So there's, anyway, I think that, and
because remember, we talked at a few budget meetings ago that we would want to increase that close to 800,000.
correct. And that's a real number, taken into the capital, that way the projects that we see that are coming up. The cost of doing the maintenance these days.
Surfacing and.
Absolutely.
So you gotta figure that we paid for 305th out of this too.
Yeah, the project.
Yeah.
but it's not,
275 is 268 she has in here.
What she's picking out of that is unpaved streets, legal fees, engineering. No, engineering looks crazy. So whereas the list of expenditures for the balance of,
Because, Joan, isn't the engineering fees, if you go to that page up there? Haven't we spent 100, well, I think last time I talked to you, around 110,000.
Joan, do you have a copy? Do you have a copy of the line item budget under the old Banyan? Somewhere?
Yes.
It's like, I thought the capital maintenance before, it went here, I think it was like 60,000. Yeah, Jay, did you see this? Did you look at the sheet right below it? This one? Do you have another sheet?
Yes.
So see that capital fund was 60,000 in 2024.
Well, that's what we took, that's what we levied with.
Yeah.
Certified for 2023, proposed for 2024, and I don't know what the 2024 one, we just jumped certified. So we don't have what was certified for 2024, but I think everybody, yeah, it's circled here, so that passed.
So the 2025 budget for road and bridge, in 2025 budget, how it came out on this was 463,000.
Project is,
So 401's the 60,000?
yes.
Yeah, zero in there.
Got zeros in all of that.
Is that what we have?
Yes.
So Jay, the 401 on here on our cash balance of August from our last meeting has 151,188.56.
Where?
Cash balance right here, the 401. This is.
Joan, can I ask you for another question? No,
I didn't know, so that's-
how the county broke out our payment, the payment we got in June. Yeah, but they all went into the same, fund, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of zeros there, so.
Well, she was saying that because it wasn't budgeted for, on the 2025 is why it's showing up as zeros, right?
So Greg Burkhart gave me a spreadsheet on how to allocate the county payments out because it wasn't done correctly in the past, the way I was taught.
So, the money is there because the two payments we got in June, July add up to 350,000 for your street fund. So that's half of 700,000.
Yes.
The money's there, we just have to
Figure out.
have it on here, because I'm thinking that if we run that through and we get the total, I don't know if there's a total budget for everything here anywhere, the total. Yeah, there's no total here, if we get the whole total, it's gonna be short the little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? Because it is 350,000 in the money the county gave
Yeah.
us, and that money goes into street capital, the 275 fund.
True.
So the money,
There it is, we got it in 2025, we're showing big at zeros for everything that's supposed to have allocated that money to a fund.
Right.
And in 2026, we have any numbers in there. So literally, when we get to, what would be the end of that, we've got 0 for 25, 0 year to date, and blank for 26.
Yeah, so
So all
my,
that needs to add up to 700,000 minus, well, 800 is what we believed it needed to be.
right,
Minus the street capital.
so if you're gonna, if the total street capital fund that you wanna budget for 2026 is 800,000, then we just gotta fill in the other numbers here. Is that what we're talking?
Well, and we've got line items for engineering fees. We're not necessarily gonna know what they're gonna be, but they won't probably
Right.
be any less than what they were gonna be and what we paid for. Legal fees, same. And if we don't, we won't incur as many legal fees, whatever,
Right,
right away. So that'll reduce some. Planning and zoning, I'm not quite sure why we have planning and zoning and all that. Buildings and structures, that, I don't know that that would ever be in roads.
mm-mm,
Not the road projects now, because out of that 800, we're gonna, I'm just gonna say this, 800, we're gonna keep $120 for doing everything winter. Right? Beyond
So-
that, the rest of that is for,
yeah, the reality, you put 750,000 into street capital, we don't have expenses of that, anywhere close to that in street capital, it's back in the the other fund, that's in the, general
in the general.
general government fund, and it just needs to get allocated differently next year, that's all.
Yeah.
I honestly, that's all it really is, it's not showing here, because at least that's the way I'm interpreting it, that, because,
Well, we're in agreement with 800,000, right?
Correct.
yeah, I'm fine with 800,000, but understand that you already have a bunch of that already budget in the snow plowing up here, and you have, if you add all that up, if you add all those up, you already have, what'd you say, 400 and some thousand?
So highways and streets, 242, ice and snow removal,
20,
28.
yep, take that,
260,000 roughly, 270,000.
yeah, you take that away from the 800,000, but I would say that you would be adding that in, some of that back into this, right? Or no, she already added 6% to that, didn't she?
So capital project fund 401, that is streets, right?
That used to be the,
That used to be our 401 right now has a balance of 151,188.
That makes sense.
That was the, maintenance,
Road maintenance.
yeah. The capital that we had,
But that's in zeroed out.
capital, that's the maintenance of the trucks.
So I would just pull out under the general fund take this stuff out of the general fund off of that 800,000, and then that can be your capital budget. That's the way I'm interpreting it.
Okay.
I mean, is that what you agree with there?
Yeah, I would say so. yeah.
What'd you say it was, Jay? It was 260 something or 270 something?
$529,871.
Or are you adding the 275 fund into that?
800,000, I'm taking the 242 out of it, I didn't do the 725.
Oh, yeah.
242, and then minus the 27,000 down at the bottom of the ice and snow removal.
Okay,
And the capital then will be 529,871.
529, 871. So that's what the street fund,
There it is, we found it.
yep. 529,871. And do you want that in the street capital budget?
I think at either, we need to add that, to what we're gonna say is going to be the street, highways and streets. Part to that, we have year to date, we have totals, we don't have anything there that starts out with, here's where we started. We're saying we budgeted 186 for 25, and year to date, we've used 142, and we're gonna say 242. So there's the 100,000, if you will, that we wanted to bump the 700 from. All the numbers are beginning to add up.
So that would be 342, 725 then?
Oh, no, that'll be 242, 725. If we take the 800,000, subtract what we have here from that,
Yeah.
then we got 529, 871. This is where it gets wonky for me, because, we always call that road and bridge, but we don't wanna call that road and bridge anymore. I mean, these are the budgets, but from this budget, what we're gonna have to say is what we're gonna want to levy next year. So for 26, and we're gonna want to 529, 871 it.
I would say leave it in that 275 fund, the whole amount, then, because if we start moving around, then we're just
Easier to
confusing.
identify.
It'd be easier if we have to adjust later on and pull some into a different fund.
No, that's fine.
Would you
I would
agree?
agree with you, yes.
Just put it into 275, and then you know that money's there. Cover it.
Or, 270.
Is that where you talked about putting the 520?
Yeah, that's the street capital, that's, yeah, that's what we have
Yes.
here.
Yep.
So instead of 268, it would be 529.81 would be that one, right?
So Jay, this 401 right
Correct.
here,
Yes.
this 401 here, capital project, that is the maintenance equipment.
Oh, the maintenance capital fund, yes.
Yeah, and that's gone away. Right, the 401 fund? Yeah. That's gone away.
Yeah, but on our cash balances sheet, we have 151,188.
Yeah. It just needs to get moved into a different fund at this point then.
What if you ever have it in the future?
So we're gonna have cash sitting into a fund that's not existent?
No, if you can levy it for 2025, but are you gonna,
Yeah, but that's.
Yeah, I think,
Isn't that our discussion tonight about capital projects, and we were gonna put them into the other budgets? I don't think,
what she was checking on, what I'm talking about is the maintenance, like you have your fire.
yeah, but I don't have a separate fund for my fire equipment that way. Well, I guess I do, kind of, yeah.
Capital fire.
Yeah.
We used to have a capital fire and a capital
Maintenance.
Capital maintenance, okay, yeah, I guess.
That's
you-
what I'm.
Yeah,
so
okay,
We're gonna have to budget some money for that. You know.
eventually,
Continue. Yeah, cause in 2024, we proposed $60,000. So in 2023 is 40,000, so it looked like every year we put $20,000 away.
so in the total fund there, you're just looking for motor vehicles is what you're trying to, well, you're talking getting the mower and that's where you're talking to putting that.
Yeah, or the Jay's favorite truck, the 2008 Ford, you know.
So do you wanna
Or
put,
the
do
F vehicle.
you wanna budget $10,000 in heavy machinery and motor vehicles, and that kinda covers at least initially that planning?
I think we should keep it at the 20.
No, I meant 10,000 each,
Oh, 10,000, yes.
that would
Yeah,
add up to
sorry.
20,
Yep.
that. So in 401 401, 540 and 550 would be 10,000 in each one.
For the maintenance capital.
Yeah, I think
Capital Project Fund, 401.
Okay.
540 and 550 is what you said?
Yeah, and just put 10,000 in each.
Yeah.
Cause Tom needs a new lawnmower.
So in 401,
On both, 10,000 in each one.
Yes.
So we found your money.
Good, thank you, guys.
At least we think we did.
And the rest of it, I think, looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I asked Tom if he was okay with Parks, so Parks is good. Frontier Trails, we
Nailed that.
have been through, beat that to death.
I think it's good.
Made it, gentlemen, for everything.
The one question I did have, yet, sorry,
No, no problem.
the 403 fund. The 403 fund has nothing in it. And it should be 100. Nothing allocated, and what,
On the cash balance, it has 181, 749.
yep, yep, so that, and we've been putting 100 grand in there to. And we find out why that, 100, because on her projections before, she always had that in there.
That's part of this capital fire. 60 in 2024.
Yeah, but it's got, there's nothing budgeted for the next one,
Oh, right, I'm just saying.
yeah,
So this is operating transfers was 60,000. So that got it into what she's believing here to be 2020. But she doesn't have it in 2026.
yeah.
So that should be 60,000 again in 2026.
We did 100,000 in 2025, is what we certified, 100,000. Yeah, I know it says 60
Yeah, we
on
did,
here.
Yes.
403.
Yep. I flipped the page.
so that would be the same then, the 60?
No,
No,
that,
it'll be 100,000.
it should be 100,000, because that's what was allocated. Now that, again, that's kind of goes to Tom's thing, where did that,
Yeah. Where the money. There's new ways,
Well, there's no totals on this.
yeah,
So I don't know that she necessarily totaled it. I mean, by the time we get all to this whatnot, we should be over 1,757,000. So let's have the,
others, Liz do her
let them
thing.
plug these numbers in and figure out where we're at.
so we're gonna plug in 100,000 into that one, all right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
That is gonna
that,
be,
the,
I'm gonna call that, I put that under operating transfers. You know what I mean? Because that's where it came from.
what is,
that 60, that operating transfer is the money that you took,
right.
the 50,000, put it into 50 and.
Right, but we got that was an expense in there. We got because we have 181,000 in the 403 fund, this is a budgeting, if, we still need to budget in there, even though there were no expenses. Because that's the buildup when we have by SCBA's, blah, blah, blah. that kind of-
Correct. So, I mean, part of what you were talking about in your original proposal, is not covered under here. Part of that is covered
Yep.
now by the capital fire. I'm gonna call it, let's just call it 403, so we don't
Yep.
get any
403,
buddy in a bunch here whatnot. But I think we need to do that as well. That's a good piece of your, so that'll be $200,000 for SCBA's by 27,
right.
if you will.
And that way we won't, and that's where those caveats were and.
Yeah, the costs, yeah, it's already paid for.
Yeah. Well, it, at least budgeted in there, so. It, basically, all it would do is, what did,
So, and whether we wanna call, so, and technically, that 100K, it came in, 60,000 came into here from operating transfers. Motor vehicles came into this because, I'm not, ladder truck,
right,
Tom's truck. And then, boy, Tom's got good, he wants to go from $10,000 for a whole ladder truck up to, well, first of all, 15,000 for a lawnmower.
yeah.
And then, okay, but so,
So,
that should really be under the,
More under that line.
so Jay, I got,
improvement other than buildings.
yep, improvement other than
That should
building.
go under- So
Yep.
that 100,000, if this is gonna hold true as far as structure, should go under the 530.
Jay, quick question before we write that in. On the initial fire thing, I had the, if we took out the engine, it was $226 a year is kind of what we're, kind of looking at. Do we want to realize that that cost in this fund?
Yeah. So, well, we're gonna have 100 of it. So
Right,
basically, you wanna add another 26 to it.
we're gonna have 100 of it. I was thinking if we were realizing these costs, then we're adding another 126, not 26. Making it 226.
Okay. 530.
Yeah, and the 403, 530,
You want that to be how much?
226. And again, we can adjust this later, but at least that gives us our
Plus 100,000?
226.
126. Because the apparatus he has on here is probably gonna be bonded for.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that, we took the 700 out of it, or the 500,000 each year out of that.
Okay, we golden?
I don't know if we're golden, but we at least got,
But let's.
we got a lot of it knocked out here.
And then, let's find out, let's see, we have a meeting on Monday.
Yep.
So let's find, I don't know that you can have this compiled by then. But I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna need to have another special budget meeting to go over all of this.
Cause it
Well,
says-
I would like to
So.
plug in all those numbers and see where we're at.
Yep, add to, Joan, if you would please, add to the 18th
Schedule budget
meeting.
meeting.
Schedule a special budget meeting.
Cause do we have to have this by here by September 30th?
Yeah, well, we gotta have our preliminaries down by 30th.
Well, the truth and taxation, is that
Yeah,
in September?
that is gonna have, that's part of.
That's in
what this is.
December.
But we want those numbers solid before we go into that truth and taxation.
Correct, and I think we have to have an idea of what we believe our budget is gonna be to the county. Joan is right, the meeting for truth and taxation, that we're gonna have with people is gonna be in December.
Oh,
And in January is we.
yeah. Okay, that's when we can adjust it downward.
Correct.
But if we have the numbers, so if we get the total budget, we can see what it was compared to last time, which it'll be higher, but, you know, see where it is.
Well, we have time, start looking at your schedules and think and be ready, or, I mean.
Be ready for the
Have
18th.
some kind of a number on the, or opening when
8th.
you can, so the 18th or whatever, we need to have one fairly quickly there. So that we can nail that down, say, yeah, we agree. We still have another month, end of September,
Month and a half.
I will be gone the week of Labor Day, so,
so,
no.
by the way,
September 8th meeting?
don't ask me why.
September 8th is the next week.
Yeah, September.
You guys will be here for that one.
I'll be here for that one, but
Yeah.
Oh, not yet.
yeah.
Yeah, we-
Cause yeah, that's the next.
Labor
meeting.
Day is the first, I think, or
Is the-
something,
yeah,
first or
the
second.
second, yeah. Wait, okay.
Labor Day is the first, so I'll be on that week. Yep.
Play Don Henley, Boys of Summer.
It's gone.
I'm happy I caught a 20-inch bass the other day, so I was happy.
And share it?
All right, are we golden, everybody? Because I think we've covered everything we need to at this point in time. We still need some questions answered. You know what I mean? Even on this from Liz, where some of the things went.
Capital. The road.
And so, this is not necessarily the balances with which are in all of the accounts we know of. This is what we say we're gonna need to run in 2026. All righty, anything else?
Nope.
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. We are adjourned at 8:56.
Joan, do you wanna keep this?
There's a reason I never wanted to be in the company.
I don't mind doing the numbers, but it's,
Moses is here, right? Yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah,
mind
yeah,
either,
because
but
we were both there at the
what
meeting.
really
I'll
blows
just
me
tell
away
you.
is, this is so absolutely straightforward.
Yeah.
Yep. You want me to put that in my little pile, or what do
You
you?
know what I mean?
Well, I was just gonna.
It's
have
like,
a whole lot
why
of-
do we
Oh,
want
okay.
to blend it into that BS? This is so easy for everybody to see. You know,
see and understand.
Our truth and taxation meeting that we have, I want a sheet like this.
That we can
That
do
we can
that.
hand to the people to say, here's what we think it needs to be.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we can talk about all the things that we need to have, the extra cost.
Well, and I think, so we have the expenses broken down into individual line items. We don't need to do that. We can break it down into the sections. So the 275, we can say this much, blah, blah, blah. We can do that.
And I think,
There'll be more, but it won't be as,
and I think that, you know, I mean, for them to have to dig into our accounting reports and all
Is
that
this
stuff
shut
to
off?
dig in, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about showing the people, well, if you look at 275 plus 401 and some of 350, whatever, you can extrapolate all these numbers. So let's just extrapolate